Good morning. Happy Thursday, or as I always like to say, Baby Friday. It is time for just a word from the Word. Our passage this morning comes from that amazing book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. Here it is in the King James. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Distractions. They're all around us. Our phones are a constant distraction to us. The computer, the television, YouTube, Facebook, other social media. Um, Even people in our lives can be a distraction to us. And we can have those moments, sometimes longer than just a moment, where we get distracted by a lot of stuff. As I was contemplating this verse this morning, I felt like I saw Hebrews 12, 1 and 2 in just a little different light than I normally think about it. The writer of Hebrews says to lay aside every weight and sin that besets us. Here's what I know. If my eyes are focused in one direction, so that I'm not looking anywhere else around me, the other stuff around me that I'm not focused on, if I'm not careful, it can kind of trip me up because I've got my focus on the wrong thing. Here's what I'm saying. As a little girl, I was so shy. I would never look up at anybody in the eye. I would um, never pay much attention other than with my sister, God bless her heart. I would walk behind her, but I would always walk with my head down, with my eyes down. And I remember one day we were going into a store, and because my eyes were only focused on her feet, I wasn't really looking around at all the circumstances going on. I didn't see what was important, and I tripped because my eyes were in the wrong direction. Sin and stuff. Because we're focused on that, we're not seeing other things clearly. We can trip and fall, and it's going to actually end up being worse because we end up sinning more. We end up tripping more. What's my point? The writer of Hebrews tells us laying aside the sin, putting the weights aside, getting that out of our pure view. I'm not saying don't repent. We need to repent. What I'm saying is if we hyper focus on sin and issues, we're going to keep tripping. And so that's why the writer of Hebrews says, looking unto Jesus. You see, it matters where you look. If we're so focused on stuff, we're not going to see what is important. And what is important is looking unto Jesus. Turn your eyes upon Jesus. Look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this world will grow strangely dim in the light of his glory and grace. Y'all, this morning's just a word from the word. Stop getting tripped up by the stuff. Turn your eyes on Jesus. Because, y'all, that's the only way that we're going to be able to see clearly. That is the only way that we're going to be able to comprehend what we really do need to see, what we do really need to pay attention to. It matters where you look. Look unto Jesus, and your path will be so much more clear. Little caveat, that doesn't mean that you're going to see 5 miles ahead, but it does mean that when we're looking to Jesus, he will order our steps. We don't have to worry about tripping so much. That's what it means to lay aside every sin and weight. Getting rid of that stuff. Repent if you need to. Turn your gaze to Jesus. Y'all, it's the only way to live. This has been just a word from the word. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. And Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow.